Hey, good morning, coaches. How are you this morning? Welcome to Thursday, June 24th. I'm going to take my glasses off. I always see glare. So anyways, you guys, today I wanted to just get a little real with you. And I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of knowing what your why is in this business. All right. It's very similar to when you're figuring out what your why is to getting healthy and fit. You know, maybe you want to be a better mom, those types of things. So with the business, you also have to have a very deep seated why, because there's going to be days and sometimes weeks where you do not want to work, where you feel like the last thing I want to do is talk to people, okay? So you have to have that deep why. Otherwise, if you don't, what's going to happen is it's going to be very easy for you to say things like, oh, I'll just put off talking, to people until later. I see that people have messaged me. I'll just do it later. I won't post on my page right now because I don't feel like it. I don't really know what to say. I'm not really feeling motivated. Stuff like that. And then that one decision can turn into weeks of doing nothing for your business. And there goes your business, And so it's really important to have that why. And, we hear this a lot in the Coach Network that you have to have a why that makes you cry. And that is so true, because if you come into the business with surface reasons like, let's see, let me think of a surface reason off the top of my head. Okay, so we all know that we want to help people. So that can actually be a surface reason too, because that's more of a generalized, kind of a why. So if you want to help people, ask yourself why. Like, why do I want to help people? Why is it so important for me to be the one to bring that light into somebody's life? So for me, with my own physical transformation, I lost about 106 pounds. And when I remember back to being 235 pounds, and I remember the depression and the anxiety that I dealt with every single day, every day, I literally was scared to go out of my house for fear of people seeing me and making fun of me. Like, there goes that hippo walking by. I was so scared of that, you guys. And so when I became a coach and I knew I wanted to help people, I had to ask myself, why? And one of my whys is because I don't want to see people live like that. I don't want to see people live like I was living, so depressed, so anxiety ridden, having no confidence whatsoever, standing behind my kids in the pictures. Like, I hated having my picture taken. And I hated life. I hated life so much. Yet, because it was, a shorter span in my life that I was heavy, it wasn't my whole life. In high school, I was fairly small and very active. But I could remember how I used to be in high school and where I was at that time. And I just really wanted to get me back, And so for me, I really want to help people to get themselves back, to feel more confident. So that's one of my whys. And why it's so deeply seated, connected, is because I remember what it felt like to feel depressed and helpless and a horrible mom because I wasn't taking my kids anywhere for lack of energy and all that stuff. And so that's one of my whys. My second why, and this is a money why, okay, I grew up in a home where my parents were, I guess they call it scarcity thinking, where it was like, no, you can't have that because we don't have money. They were hoarders. They, kind of made me doubt myself a lot as far as success, went. And so I, in my life, would only let myself go so far, and when I was like, oh man, I'm feeling really good and successful and I'm making money, this doesn't feel right, I would pull back. And then I would get myself into a money crunch, and I was like, oh my God, where am I going to get money to pay this bill and that bill? And for some reason, I was very comfortable with the anxiety over the crunch of trying to get money. I don't know why, but I'm thinking now that I'm going through personal development, I'm really discovering that it came from how I was raised. And so I'm having to learn to break, the habit. And so even now when I go to do, our bills, if we have, plenty of money to pay them, I'm still, I go to do anything with money, and I'm feeling, that stress over money. And I don't want to have that anymore. Like, I don't want to have that panic over not being able to pay our bills. And so for me, the money part of why I'm a coach is I see myself being really successful with, this big team of people that are helping other people, and we're all making a lot of money. And so I see that, but I'm also scared of it because I've never had that before, because I've self-sabotaged, when I've gotten close before. And so I'm really, really trying to work on that. So you guys really need to get to your deep-seated why and focus on it so much that it makes you want to get up every day and work this business so that you can get to your goal. So that's what I wanted to encourage you with today. I hope this is helpful. If you guys have any questions or comments, just reach out to me. But otherwise, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.